He has the ability to be a 1,000-yard receiver, and they're kind of just cleaning house and looking for a new fit. I don't mind it either way. I think that's a good deal. 1 year as well. It's like let's do it. Let's see what happens. I like it. All right, who else are we looking at? Jack Doyle, tight end, Indianapolis, go Ireland. He is going back to New England, going back to Indianapolis, 3 years. Let me look the deal up. I'm looking at the numbers. Just under $19 million, 7.5 guaranteed. I like it for both teams. Indianapolis has done fucking nothing for themselves this free agency period, and I like to pick up for them. Doyle, he's been good with Andrew Luck, and he obviously, I'm guessing, feels comfortable in Indianapolis. He was probably the most consistent option for Andrew Luck all season last year. I guess I like that for both people. At the very least, you expect him to catch balls, be an integral part of a good, possibly a good offense. We'll see how it goes, but I like it for both teams there. Matt Khalil, former top 5 pick. He's going to go join his brother Ryan Khalil in Carolina. Bolster that offensive line. I like the deal there for Carolina. For Khalil, I guess I like it as well. I mean, it's obviously a situation that it seems like he may be more comfortable with, so I think that's probably a good idea. And he still has the ability, most likely, to be a very good player, picked lower on the board here. Sort of a no-lose situation, not a lot of money involved. I like it. X, I already said that one there. Oh, dude, I love this one. And I don't understand how this one even went down. Yeah, I guess it's just because he's not a great wide receiver, really. But Cordero Patterson, he has signed a deal with Oakland for 2 years, $8.5 million. I fucking love this deal for both players. Love this deal for both players. I think having a dynamic quarterback can help Patterson become the player that he was expected to be, essentially. Being teamed up, too. I mean, he was, maybe the best receiver for the Vikings. Maybe not, but pretty close. Being teamed up with Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, he's no question the third. And Jared Cook, too. He might be the 4th best receiver on this team, which will get put him in a lot of favorable positions as far as matchups go. And he's explosive as fuck. He's a great kick returner. He'll obviously be a starter at kick returner, punt returner maybe. And they'll be able to get him the ball in open field, I think, a lot easier than Minnesota was. Love the pickup for the Raiders. Love the deal for I love it for both sides. That's one of the more underrated pickups of the year, I think. Kelvin Beachum, Jaguars offensive tackle. He's bouncing town, going up to New York. He is going to sign with the Jets, bolster that offensive line a touch. He's good, not great, but definitely good. And then the Jets, I don't know. They're a dumpster fire. The Jets, in my opinion, are going to be the worst team in the league this year. So far. It's looking like it so far. We're, 5 or 6 months away from the start of the season, but I hate what they're doing right now. They look fucking horrible right now. Andre Branch, going back to Miami in a long-term deal. He played better than Mario Williams this year, and he has kind of reintroduced his career, and he's going back, and he's going to hopefully have a good career there. Number 69, Dayton Jones, linebacker, Green Bay Packers. Moves to outside linebacker, was an inside linebacker the majority of his career. He is going to Minnesota, actually. He's going across the state lines, I guess. I'm not really sure. Yeah, state lines. Across the division there. And he's going to be signing with Minnesota. I think that's a good pickup for the Vikings. Defense already very good. And the 4-3 scheme, I think, is more suited to Dayton Jones' style. And so I like that pickup for them. Green Bay, their defense, thank God they got Nick Perry back because their defense is really getting dilapidated here. Talking about Green Bay, J.C. Tretter, the Green Bay Packers center, not only did they lose T.J. Lang, they lose J.C. Tretter. He has signed with Cleveland, of all people. 3 years, $16.7 million. I like it for Cleveland. I don't like it for Green Bay. Green Bay, man. This is going to be tough. This is going to be really tough. They truly are a cheap motherfucking team. The Bills are signing free agents and shit. I don't understand what's going on with Green Bay. I know that they're a publicly owned team and everything, but I don't know if that has a difference or if that makes a difference. I just don't understand. Green Bay needs to capitalize on this, Aaron. They're lucky to have gotten that Super Bowl win. They were not the better team in their Super Bowl win. They could easily be the Bills, the Jim Kelly of 2000, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't like this move for Green Bay at all. But let's move on. Lorenzo Alexander, Buffalo Bills linebacker, going out. His breakout campaign came at age 33. Also, the oldest player ever to record his first 10-sack season. Lorenzo Alexander, he's going back to Buffalo for 2 years. Good pickup. I like it for both teams there. Rex Ryan not being there is going to be, I don't know if that's going to be helpful or hurtful. I think it'll probably make it more difficult, but I still think I like the loyalty involved there a lot. I don't know if I talked about this before, but Robert Woods. Yeah, I don't understand. 5 years, $39 million with the Los Angeles Rams. I don't get that shit at all. They let go Kenny Britt for virtually the same money, and then they bring in Robert Woods for 1 more year for virtually the same money. I don't understand that at all. I don't think that Kenny Britt, I feel like, is a more dynamic receiver. He has more playmaking potential than Robert Woods. A little older, I think, but I don't know. Luckily, I don't like the Rams much. They're not my team. They're not somebody I don't hate them, but they're not somebody I root for in any way. You do what you got to do, but I think it's a poor move. And with Robert Woods too, I think that the Rams are a long ways away from winning. I don't know if it's mainly just how I was feeling with Mo Claiborne, like he's going to a big city. I can move from Buffalo, New York to Los Angeles, which is probably what it is. And then I get 5 years, $40 million. That's got to be what it is, because really the move doesn't make any fucking sense otherwise to me. My boy Colin Kaepernick still available. I would like to see him come back to San Francisco, dude. I like Colin Kaepernick a lot. I think he has the potential to be a very good player. I have a Colin Kaepernick jersey, man. He's a good dude, man. Let me look up what's going on with him today. Yeah, man, I don't know. I feel bad. Dude, he's better than Blaine Gabbert. He just gets railroaded for his political stances, which in 2017 is fucking ridiculous. I don't know. Whether you agree with him or not, I just don't feel like people should be, railroaded for their beliefs. I personally, it is what it is. I just wish that there wouldn't be so much hatred towards him. I've heard a lot of it even at the bar, man. People just really don't like him for that. And I don't know that I agree with it. I agree with his, ability and decision to do so. I wouldn't have done it myself. But on that note, man, I don't know. How is Colin Kaepernick not playing for a team? The Raiders. What is this? Who is this on CBS here? Oops. Jason La Canfora on CBS says that the team should take a chance on Kaepernick is the Raiders, just because they're outlaw persona. He's a pretty quality quarterback, especially because they need a back. If Colin Kaepernick played against Houston in the playoffs, I think that the Raiders would have won the game. Colin Kaepernick has already shown, plus he wouldn't have to move, stay in the same location, but he's already shown that he can lead a team who is good, who has talent around him. Look how he did in San Francisco, in Green Bay. He was the 4th or the 5th best quarterback in the league 3 years ago. and now he's he can't get a fucking job. Honestly, he'd be the best backup quarterback in the league if he played um, if he went to Oakland. I wish that he'd be the best. He'd be our starting quarterback if he comes back to San Francisco. I don't want to pay him $18 million or anything like he was getting paid before, but I think that I want Kaepernick to stay in San Francisco, and if not, I love the Oakland choice too. I love him staying in the Bay. I'm a Raiders supporter as well. Moving on, Mike Remmers, the ex-Panthers offensive tackle, he is going to Minnesota to replace Khalil. 5 years, $30 million. I like it for, I don't know. I mean, I like it for Minnesota. You have to replace Khalil. I don't know how I feel about it for Carolina, for Remmers. Uh, Carolina obviously feels like they could do better. He didn't play incredibly this season. Remmers, is Minnesota closer to a title? Is Carolina closer to a title? I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that. I actually think maybe Minnesota might be closer to a title. Carolina didn't look fantastic last season. Their defense didn't look the same as it did 2 years ago. I guess it's not a horrible decision here. You do what you got to do, mate. Ex-Chargers guard slash tackle. I think he mainly played guard though. DJ Fluker. Not a great pass protector apparently. Pretty good run protector. He's big as fuck. He's going to go to New York, joining the Giants. 1 year. Let's check the numbers. 1 year, $3 million. I love it. I think that's a fantastic deal. For both parties involved, I think that the Giants are a way better team than whoa. Oh, sorry, my bad. Than our so they're a way better team than the Chargers. Actually, they're not a way better team than the Chargers. They're both pretty good. They both have upside that could be a Super Bowl run. Could more likely be a playoff berth and maybe one win in the playoffs, or a low that could be a 6 and whatever number 10, 6 and 10, 5 and 11 season. For that price though, DJ Fluker I think is a steal. Beast in the run game. I like it. I like it for both teams. And obviously the Chargers, even though they have talent, they're kind of a organization that's run like a bunch of shitheads. Whereas New York, even though they sometimes don't have as much talent, they're an organization that's run like some champions, and then that's how they've gotten the 2 Super Bowl championships in the past 10 years or whatever it's been. I like the deal for both people. All right, moving on. Number 82, Jaleel Addae. Chargers safety, staying home. Good pick for the Chargers. Addae, maybe it's a good deal. Difficult to gauge what interest was in him otherwise. But I like the deal for LA. I guess they're called LAC, just like the Clips. Make things real easy on us guys. But yeah, I like that deal there. Solid pickup. Okay, Nolan Carroll, the ex-Philadelphia Eagles cornerback. You know him from his work, as quote-unquote, the only solid Eagles cornerback. Staying in the NFC East, going to Dallas, 3 years, $10 million. I guess that's supposed to replace Claiborne on that one. They still lose Barry Church and Brandon Carr. They lose 3 of their 4 starting defensive backs. You have to pick somebody up. Apparently they liked the way that he played against their own cornerbacks, so they're going to bring him in. I like the deal for the Cowboys. I mean, if you're going to let go some people that, 1 year, $5 million for the Jets for Mo Claiborne. I think that's not a bad. You could have shelled that out too. This is a good pickup though. I like it for both parties involved. Philadelphia probably won't be in the playoffs this year. The Cowboys, I think, could be, they're a Super Bowl contender. So I like it for him too. I think he's got his eyes on the prize. All right, where else are we going here? Captain Munnerlyn, going back to Carolina, where his career began. He's getting a little bit older, good nickel cornerback. going back to join a defense there that had struggled last year compared to being the number one overall defense the year before when they had won the world, or they didn't win the world championship.